Can your thoughts really change your life? Thoughts are the most valuable currency you possess. When you really understand this, you realize your life is not changing because of one big decision. Pause. Ask yourself 5 questions. Every single thing you have ever created in your life started as a thought. This podcast started as a thought. Your career started as a thought. Every relationship you've ever built started with a thought. Even the biggest decisions you have ever made, they were once just invisible ideas inside your mind. Which made me wonder, how can something you can't see, can't touch, can create something as real as the life you're living today? Can thoughts really change your life? Or is that just another self help idea we've all been told to believe? In this episode, I will explore this idea and share the results I have got of my experiments with thoughts to reality. Over the last few years, I've explored this question through psychology, neuroscience, and spirituality. And surprisingly, they all point in the same direction. Let's start with psychology. It says something much more practical and logical. Every thought creates a feeling, which influences your emotions. Those emotions influences your behavior. Your behavior repeated over time becomes habits. Habits slowly shape your personality, and your personality shapes the life you experience. It's like a domino effect. It all just begins with one thought. So it's like from thought to feeling to emotions, action, habit, and personality, which creates your destiny. When you really understand this, you realize your life is not changing because of one big decision. It's changing because of thousands of tiny thoughts that influence thousands of tiny actions every single day. That's why two people facing the same situation can respond completely differently. The event may be the same, but their thoughts are not. So, from a psychological perspective, thoughts change you and you change your life. Now, let's look at the same idea through the lens of spirituality. Most spiritual traditions describe thoughts as energy. Every thought changes your energetic state. Think about it. The moment you think about someone you deeply love, your body responds accordingly. You soften, you smile, you feel happier. Now think about a painful memory. Nothing outside has changed. You're still sitting in the same room, but your breathing changes, your body tightens, your mood changes. One thought, different energy. Whether we call it vibration, consciousness, or simply our emotional state, we've all experienced it. Thoughts don't stay inside the mind, they influence the energy we carry. And that energy influences how we speak, how we listen, how we make decisions, how we show up in relationships, and how people experience us. Psychology explains how thoughts shape our behavior. Spirituality asks us to become more conscious of the thoughts that we choose. Together, they offer a powerful way to understand how our inner world influences our outer life. There was one idea that completely changed the way I looked at my own mind. Not every thought deserves my attention. I came across a beautiful concept in Indian philosophy, Drashta Bhav, the observer. Instead of getting involved with every thought, you simply watch it. Modern psychology has a very similar idea. It's called metacognition, the ability to observe your own thoughts in a detached manner. This helped me a lot. I stopped reacting to thoughts or getting bothered by them, getting entangled in my own stories of thoughts. I was able to watch them without letting them affect my emotions all the time. And once I stopped reacting to every thought, I could finally start choosing my thoughts consciously. No, I didn't suddenly become very positive all the time. Negative thoughts still come, fear still comes. Self doubt still exists. The difference is they no longer get to decide my next action. Instead, I consciously ask, is this thought really useful to me? If I keep thinking this, where will it take me? Sometimes I replace it with the thought of growth, sometimes with the thought of gratitude, sometimes with the thought of love or compassion. Not because I'm trying to fool myself, but because I know whatever I repeatedly feed my mind, it grows further. And slowly it changed the way I approach my health, my relationships, my work, my decisions, my confidence, not overnight, but consistently. And now I am going to share the framework I created for this. I call it the Think Pause. Next time you notice yourself getting carried away by your thoughts, pause. Ask yourself 5 questions. T. Is it true? Is this actually a fact? Or is it just a repetition? H. Is it helpful? Is this thought helping me move forward or simply draining my energy? I. Is it inspiring the person I want to become? If I keep thinking this every day, what kind of a person will I become? And what's the next best thought? Not the most positive one, but the reframed thought which empowers me and changes my perspective to look at the situation differently, to understand it better or solve it. And K, keep acting from that thought. Better thoughts create better actions, and actions actually change your life. You don't have to control every thought. You just have to become conscious of which ones deserve your attention. So, can thoughts really change your life? I'd say yes, but not by magic, by gradually building momentum. A single thought becomes an action becomes a habit becomes character, your personality, and your personality is the one who goes out in the world, interacts, acts, and creates the life you live. Which brings me back to the question I started with. If your life gets created by your thoughts, then maybe thoughts are the most valuable currency you possess. Every single day you're spending thousands of them. The only question is, where are you investing them? In fear, comparison, self doubt, or growth, love, and purpose? Because unlike money, the currency of thoughts never stops flowing, and the way you spend it will determine the life you build. Today, don't try to control your thoughts. Just observe them. Not like they are you, but like they belong to you and you have the power over them. And maybe the greatest investment you'll ever make is learning to spend your thoughts wisely because your thoughts do create your life eventually. This week, whenever you notice a thought pulling you down, pause and run it through the think pause. You might be surprised how many thoughts you've been believing without ever questioning them. And if you do try it, come back and tell me what changed. Because becoming isn't about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more conscious, more intentional, more you, more yourself. Until then, keep growing, keep believing, and keep becoming.